Well, well, well. Did y'all know that Dak Prescott is one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league? I bet you if you were to ask some people, they would probably tell you that Dak Prescott is probably top 5, maybe even top 3, as it pertains to quarterbacks in this league when it comes to their minds. Let's talk Cowboys. We're about to talk facts. Welcome, Cowboy fans and Cowboy haters alike. I'm the G. I'm the host of Let's Talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. And if you like this video, please don't forget at the end to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll know the next time we post another video or go live. And you can also continue to help us grow this channel. And if you haven't already, please become a channel member. We have a lot of great things coming in the future. Now let's talk facts. Let me tell you something about Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is absolutely one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league, if not the smartest quarterback in the league. Dak Prescott, whether some people realize it or not, Dak Prescott is a quarterback. There's a reason why C.J. Stroud had Dak Prescott in their top 5. And I bet you if you were to go around this league and ask a lot of quarterbacks, Dak Prescott would be top 5 in their list. The problem with the Cowboys is that a lot of people do a lot of double talking. They'll say how bad of a GM that Jerry Jones has been. But then they'll blame Dak Prescott, even though they know that while Jerry Jones has been able to put some players on the Dallas Cowboys and some all-pros and some pro bowlers, they haven't had teams since the Jimmy Johnson days. But thankfully, it looks like it's the turn of the tide. This free agency has been fantastic for the Cowboys. They've improved in the quarterback room. It looks like they may have improved some in the running back room. They improved a little bit on the offensive line. They definitely improved on their defensive line. They exponentially improved at the linebacker position. They added some depth at the cornerback position. We're going to see what Kyrie Elam is. They added some speed at the wide receiver position. We're going to see what Paris Campbell is. We'll finally see what Jonathan Mingo is. But again, the Cowboys, even when you look at what the re-signings, Marquise Bell, Oso Digizua, the Cowboys have done some great things this free agency. And they're only going to do more. They're not done. They may make a couple of more moves before, what are we now, about 2.5 weeks to 3 weeks out from the NFL draft. And this is where the Cowboys are going to make their move. Wide receiver and running back. And all of this is going to finally give Dak Prescott the team that he's needed for so long. But I want to show you something that Tyler Guyton says. Tyler Guyton is going to give us some insight on what I'm talking about Dak Prescott being one of the smartest quarterbacks in this league and being cerebral. Let's roll it. Over on a show known as the Know-It-Alls, it looks like they have some good material on the Dallas Cowboys and other teams. They're interviewing one Tyler Guyton. Listen to what Tyler Guyton says about Dak Prescott.
Because we can see it from afar by watching it on television. But what is that like in the huddle, bro, with Dak, man?
Bro, it's cool. I wanted to be a part of that for such a long time. And now that I'm a part of it and I get to see him, deciphering defenses as a quarterback and, working with his brain like it's a machine, bro. Like, honestly, it's a skill to be able to, digress everything like he can do. So it's definitely surreal for me. And I appreciate having a quarterback like that.
I've been saying this. Dak Prescott is cerebral. Anybody who's been following my show, that's the word I've been using about Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is absolutely cerebral. I got an article, too, about the top quarterbacks in the league that I found last year. And while I do not agree with the rankings because of the way they have them ranked and what they have them ranked based upon, it's what they wrote about Dak Prescott that's fascinating. And most of it is dead on. And then I'm going to address the part that I think they fell off. Now, this is an article I found a while back. It looks like it's on The Ringer. It's the NFL rankings, The Ringer. I found it a while back. It was written by a guy named Steven Ruiz. It's been updated, it says, since January the 8th. But they rank these quarterbacks on creativity, timing, accuracy, arm talent, pocket presence, and decision-making. And I don't agree with the order of them because the quarterback rankings, to me, they should always start with Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is the number one quarterback in this league. Now, I'm going to put the link to this in the description so you can read it yourself. I mean, I love to share information. I don't like to act like I'm just a know-it-all. No, I want you to see the stuff where I get the stuff that I talk about from. So, they have at number one, Lamar Jackson. Now, again, when you kind of look at their, the criteria they're using and you think about it, the most talented quarterback probably is Lamar Jackson. But being the most talented doesn't make you the best quarterback, and you can read some of the things, the breakdowns and things of that nature. Number two, they have Lamar Jackson, and you can already tell they're kind of going by the most physically talented and gifted. But again, Josh Allen at number two, I don't agree. They have Patrick Mahomes at number three. There's no way. Justin Herbert at number four. Ain't no way. Heck no. Joe Burrow at number five. I would have Joe Burrow at number two. They have Matthew Stafford at number six. No way. They have Jordan Love. I'm sure everyone will agree there is no way on this one. Jordan Love at number seven. Then they have Geno Smith at number 8. No way. And then they have Dak Prescott at number 9. Now, I think Dak Prescott probably belongs at number 5. The list for me, it's simple. Patrick Mahomes deserves to be at the top of every quarterback list. Joe Burrow, number 2. He used to be called Patrick Mahomes' kryptonite. Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, based on talent, you could flip them no matter how you wanted, 3 or 4. And then there's no other quarterback in this league better than Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is number 5. And I would argue, just for my taste, I would probably take Dak Prescott over Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, just based on what I've seen when I think about pure quarterback play and not athleticism, but you can disagree with me. But I want to read you the breakdown, because it's the breakdown of Dak Prescott that I think that is factual. Look at what it says in the breakdown. Dak Prescott is the connoisseur's quarterback. Now, you have to understand what connoisseur is. Let me show you the definition of connoisseur, just in case some people don't know what that means. Connoisseur, an expert judge in matters of taste. Example, a connoisseur of music. In other words, they're saying that Dak Prescott is the quarterback's quarterback. Dak Prescott is the coach's quarterback. Dak Prescott is the film watcher's quarterback. Those who know football. Well, let me show you what it says in the article. It says, a refined palate is required to enjoy his sophisticated approach to playing the position, to appreciate his orchestration of the Cowboys offense at the line of scrimmage and the subtle pocket navigation that allows him to avoid pressure and carve out space to make daring throws. Now, Guyton gave us in the huddle. They're giving us at the line of scrimmage. And I can remember it was in 2023 that Peyton Manning was screaming the praises of one Dak Prescott, and many people were talking about how great Dak Prescott was. We know they robbed Dak Prescott of the 2023 MVP, but I digress. Aaron Rodgers said he loved watching Dak Prescott play quarterback because, as he said, people don't know and understand what this guy's doing. Look at what it says here. All the ball knowers. All the ball knowers appreciate Prescott's game. So just think about these people who hate Dak Prescott. See, it's the fact that they're wanting Dak Prescott to make these incredible plays as they watch people like Lamar Jackson and they watch people like Josh Allen run these long runs and pick up all these yards with their legs, and that's great. But it's strange to me that those two quarterbacks, who are the most physically talented and gifted quarterbacks in the league, they have yet to win a Super Bowl. Like Prescott is the connoisseur's quarterback. He understands the game. He knows the game. It says all the ball knowers appreciate Prescott's game. At least that's what football hipsters like me say to explain away his inability to turn all that highbrow quarterback play into any postseason into any postseason success. That's the knock on Dak Prescott. But there's a reason. He says, look, I have no good defense for the playoff losses, but these rankings don't factor in the clutch gene or whatever it is holding him back in January. In other words, not considering the players around him. It says it's not his accuracy. It's not his decision making. It's not his arm or his mobility or his pocket presence. Prescott earns high marks in all these categories. He hunts big plays. He finds them with stunning efficiency. He can do it all. That's for the Dak Prescott haters. He can do it all, which allows the Cowboys offense to do it all. They can do the death by a million paper cuts thing. They can take shots downfield or play action fakes, or they can work the intermediate areas thanks to Dak's elite mid-range game. There are many quarterbacks in this league, including some who are ranked ahead of Prescott here, who put constraints on their offensive play caller due to a significant flaw in their game. Dak is not one of them. You can do it all with Dak Prescott. Let me tell you something. Have you noticed? Players don't look the same after Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott gets players paid. Amari Cooper hasn't looked the same after Dak Prescott. Randall Cobb looks so much better with Dak Prescott. You think about Dalton Schultz. He was considered a top 5 tight end with Dak Prescott. Noah Brown looked great with Dak Prescott. I'm just telling you, Cedric Wilson looked great with Dak Prescott. You just think about receiver after receiver looks so good with Dak Prescott. The problem is with Dak Prescott, and this is not saying anything in particularly bad about players, but they haven't put the players around Dak Prescott. Prescott may have already maxed out his abilities, so climbing this list will be challenging. He's now on the wrong side of 30, and injuries have diminished his athleticism a fair amount. It will be difficult enough for Prescott to just maintain his high level of play out of structure. Improving in that area, which is where he lags behind the younger elite quarterbacks, might be unrealistic at this point. His mastery of the game should help stave off a steep decline in the near future, though. Love this article. I love this article. People always talk about Dak Prescott's record, but they never talk about the record of the people around Dak Prescott. Someone pointed out tonight, they were like, hey, man, Dak Prescott, he has 5 interceptions in 3 playoff games or something like that. Well, Micah Parsons has 1 sack in 4 playoff games. But I'm not going to take a dig at Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons said after the New Orleans Saints game this past season, I cannot be the only one making plays. Like Micah Parsons needs players around him, Dak Prescott needs players around him. A team around a dominant player helps a dominant player be dominant. Dak needs players around him. And I believe the Cowboys are putting those players around him. They're building a better defense. I think the defense is going to be absolutely great on this team in the next 3 years. They're going to go in the draft, and they're going to make this offense a lot better with one of the top wide receivers and one of the top running backs in this draft. And we're going to see, once and for all, that not only is Dak Prescott one of the smartest quarterbacks in this league, but Dak Prescott is a top 5 quarterback in this league. Y'all tell me what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Until the next time, let's talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. Peace.